The Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl on Sunday night with a 25-22 victory over the San Francisco 49ers in Las Vegas. In sporting terms, it marks a rare defence of the Super Bowl title, but Chiefs fan Taylor Swift was as much a headline as the score. She was at the match to see her boyfriend, a Chiefs player, Travis Kelce. The Super Bowl had been the subject of a bizarre conspiracy theory with supporters of former President Donald Trump concerned that Taylor Swift might endorse President Joe Biden. Well, in fact, Mr. Trump went so far as to post a message on his Truth social network in which he claimed Taylor Swift owed her wealth to legislation that he passed. He went on to say that it would be disloyal of her to endorse Mr. Biden, as she did back in 2020, though she hasn't this year so far. Let's look at this with Brandon Valeriano, who's a political scientist at Seton Hall University School of Diplomacy. He joins us from Newark, New Jersey, in the United States. Welcome to DW. Are they serious?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, they are. The Republican Party is very scared. They've basically lost the youth and the women voter right now. And Taylor Swift speaks to both of those demographics. So this comes out of fear, simply put.
And can Taylor Swift, what is she, 32-year-old pop star, can she move a demographic to lose or gain someone a presidential term?
I don't think she can move a demographic. The key thing, though, is voter turnout. And basically, Joe Biden wins if everyone who voted in 2020 votes again. And that's the real concern, because he may have lost a significant number of youth voters over the Gaza situation. And they might start to be swayed by things like Ukraine and other problems. But activating the women vote is a key priority of the Democrats for the 2024 election.
So is there any evidence that people are actually listening when Taylor Swift talks about politics or about voting?
Oh, sure. And, you know, Instagram post in 2023 signed up 35,000 voters. That's double the number of 18-year-olds that signed up in 2022. Her engagement with her fans and her engagement with the youth can really activate and bring in new voters. The other thing is donations. Donations went significantly up when she announced her endorsement, and that's likely to happen again. And it's not really clear that she'll have an impact on the national election, but she can certainly have an impact on local elections if she starts to endorse local candidates, especially in Tennessee.
OK. So she brings out the numbers, she brings in money, but she doesn't necessarily change opinions. So when conservative outlets like, say, Fox News claim that she's a Biden shill, who are they hoping to influence to do what?
I think they're hoping to influence any women watching to not blindly follow along with Taylor Swift. And I think that's their big fear, is that these women will blindly follow Taylor Swift and not Fox News. And that is a reality, and that's a realistic fear. That's something they really need to be concerned about. But their policies are really the main reason why things may change and why women will not vote for Republicans. They don't like their Republican abortion policies. They don't like a lot of Republicans that have been doing it, especially regarding the border. So Taylor Swift is but a distraction or maybe an avatar of the greatest Republican fears that they have right now. And it certainly seems to be hitting home right now.
Right. And her demographic is women under a certain age? Who are they?
That's kind of difficult to say, because her demographic is women, but not overwhelmingly so. Taylor Swift is the most popular person in America and possibly the most popular person around the globe right now with BTS in the military. So she has a significant hold on people, and we'll see what happens during the election. But I think that she will play a profound role and be the kind of symbol for a lot of people who are dissatisfied with the way the Republican right has gone. And as she said before in Miss Americana, this is not the type of Christian she wants to be. And that's a very serious concern.
OK, so widening this out slightly, is this a purely Swiftian, if I can coin that phrase, is this a purely Swiftian phenomenon, or are there other celebrities who could or indeed have influenced voting patterns?
Oh, sure. It's happened in the past. You know, there used to be campaign songs written in the 1800s. You know, anyone from Elvis Presley to Frank Sinatra have certainly swayed elections in their own minuscule way. Taylor Swift is basically the only one in America who can do that right now. We don't seem to have much significant pop stars in the discourse. Lady Gaga, Dua Lipa, who's British. There's no one really representing the monoculture right now besides Taylor Swift. And that's something that's unique that she's bringing. As I mentioned, though, there are Korean acts. There are other acts throughout the globe that bring significant fandom activation. But this activation that Taylor Swift brings, it's remarkable. And it's a force I would not mess with. But I think the Republican Party tends to choose the worst battles sometimes. Right. So here we are.
Let's all not mess with Taylor Swift. Brandon Valeriano at Seton Hall University, thank you so much for joining us.